everybody. In part 1 video, we were discussed nuclear radioactivity means what and then what is the properties that and all. In the part 2 video, we were going to see about that nuclear fission in nuclear physics lesson. Okay, the process of breaking of a heavier nucleus into smaller nuclei with the release of a large amount of energy and a few neutrons is called nuclear fission. For the example of nuclear fission of a uranium nucleus, 235. Here, uranium-235 92 plus N10 gives them barium and krypton. Okay, two smaller nucleus. Okay, nuclei. It's a 141 and 92. If we add this two means we will get that 235. And then 56, 36. If we add this two means 92. So, this two again it is come back to the 235. Okay, so we get this amount of values. The next plus 3 N 0 and 1 plus equal to Q energy. The very large enormous energy we will get. There are some radioactivity elements which can be converted into fissionable material. They are called as a fertile materials. For example, uranium-235, thorium-232. So here this the neutron is there. If neutron hit the uranium and it is split up to the two smaller nuclei, barium and krypton. Okay, this is the nuclear fission. Then next is a chain reaction. A chain reaction is a self-propagating process. It's a very important. Chain reaction is a self-propagating process which the number of neutrons goes on multiplying rapidly. Okay, so number of neutrons goes to multiplying the rapidly almost in a geometrical progressive. So two kinds of chain reactions are possible. They are controlled chain reaction and uncontrolled chain reaction. Here is the uncontrolled chain reaction is that if we get the one neutron into the uranium means we will get two smaller nuclei, that is the barium and krypton, and then three neutrons also is there. These three neutrons it is again this hit to the uranium means again we will get two smaller nuclei and then again we will get the three neutrons. Okay, wow. Like this is a continuous process. So this is continuous process multiplying rapidly. Okay, so this is called the chain reaction. Then next atom bomb. Atom bomb is the nuclear fission. So the atom bomb is based on the principle of uncontrolled chain reaction. In an uncontrolled chain reaction, the number of neutrons and the number of fission reactions multiply almost in a geometrically progressions. This releases a huge amount of energy in a very small time interval and leads to an explosion. The energy released in a nuclear fission process is about 200 millielectron volt. Okay, so then nuclear fusion next. Nuclear fission means what means? It is the heavier nucleus into smaller nucleus. Based on the principle of only atom bomb also worked. That is the uncontrolled chain reaction. Then next nuclear fission. The process in which two lighter nuclei combine to form a heavier nuclei. Was termed as nuclear fission. Okay. So H21 plus H21 gives two lighter nuclei combined to form a heavier nuclei, He, helium-4 is the 2 proton and 2 neutron plus Q energy. It is the enormous excess beyond the normal in size of energy we will get. This is a nuclear fusion. Okay, then next, what are the conditions we want to follow? Conditions necessary for nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion is possible only at an extremely high temperature of the order of 10 power 7. So high temperature only it is possible for the nuclear fusion. That high temperature what means 10 power 7 to 10 power 9 K and high pressure to push the hydrogen nuclei closer to fuse with each other. It is named as thermonuclear reactions. For the example is the sun. Okay, so stellar energy. The fusion reactions that takes place in the course of the sun and other stars result in enormous amount. Okay, enormous amount means what? Excess beyond the normal in size of energy, which is called as the stellar energy. The next is the hydrogen bomb. Okay, hydrogen bomb is a hydrogen bomb. Atom bomb we discussed, no, that is the principle of uncontrolled chain reaction. Hydrogen bomb is based on the principle of nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion. The energy released in a hydrogen bomb is much higher than that released in an atom bomb. Okay, it's a much higher than that of the atom bomb. This is a hydrogen bomb. Then next is the what is the nuclear fission and fusion difference? This they definitely they ask the 5-mark questions. Okay, the process of breaking up of a heavy nuclear into smaller nuclei is called the nuclear fission. Here, nuclear fusion is the combination of two lighter nuclei to form a heavier nuclei. These two already we discussed. The next can be performed at room temperature. Room temperature is enough for this nuclear fission. But here, nuclear fusion, extremely high temperature. What are the high temperature we discussed? We discussed 10 power 7 and 10 power 9. Okay. So, these two, the high pressure push is needed for the nuclear fission. Okay, the nuclear fission time, the radioactivities emit the alpha, beta and gamma radiations are emitted. Here alpha rays, positrons and neutrons, the elementary particles. The nuclear fission time, positrons and neutrons are emitted. Okay, so nuclear fission leads to emission of gamma radiations. This is trigger the mutations in the human gene and causes genetic transfer disease. Genetic disease and all it is causes for the nuclear fission. Only light and heat energy is emitted in the nuclear fusion. Okay, sun only no. So sun and stars it is emit the light and heat energy is emitted. Hope you understand the nuclear fission and fusion. This definitely they ask 5-mark question. What is the difference this and all? Okay, I got well. Then next. Uses of radioactivity. The radioisotopes of phosphorus P32 helps to increase the productivity of crops. Crops they ask, agriculture they ask, they are using this phosphorus P32. Okay, the radioactivity. Then next medicines radiosodium. Okay, sodium 24 is used for the effective functioning of heart. Then radioiodine, I-131 is used for acute goiter. Goiter they use this iodine, and then heart functioning they are using sodium 24. Radio ion is Fe59 is used to diagnose anemia and also to provide treatment for the same. Okay, radio phosphorus P32 is used in the treatment of skin disease. Okay, so P32 helps to increase the productivity of isotope of phosphorus. Isotope of phosphorus used to the productivity of crops. Here the radio phosphorus is used in the treatment of skin disease. Radio cobalt CO60 and radio gold AU 198 are used in the treatment of skin cancer. Here the radiations are used to sterilizing the surgical devices as they can kill the germs and microbes. Okay, this is the medicinal uses of radioactivity. This very important questions. These questions and all they were asking the TNPCs also, and the next 1-mark question and all they ask what is the uses of radio sodium and then heart disease, goiter disease and skin disease. Definitely they ask these questions. Read well. Then next industries. Industry where we used means an isotopes of californium CF252 is used in the airlines to detect the explosives in the luggage. Okay, airlines they use this californium, and then an isotopes of americium. Americium is used in many industries. So the smoke detectors they use this. This is very important. All the industries they were use the americium. Then archaeological research. Archaeologists also used this radioactivities. That is the age wise. The technique of radiocarbon dating the age of the earth. Carbon dating the age of the earth. Fossils, old paintings and monuments can be determined. Okay, so this purpose they use the archaeology researchers. Then for permitted range what means safe limit of receiving the radiations is about 100 milli radiations per week. 100 mR is the per week is the safe limit of receiving the radiation. Okay, hope you understand this video for you. So part 1, what we discussed, what are the radioactivities and properties, radioactivity properties we discussed. Part 2 we were discussed about what is the fission, fusion and uses. Okay, hope you understand. Thank you.